All right. Awesome. So I'm just going to give just about maybe like 30 seconds or so before we start. So I'm Kat. I'm the marketing director here at Astro. So my main responsibility is just making sure that our retailer marketing suite is full of usable and relevant content. So our retailers have done for you marketing that they can either, expand upon or add to, or however they want to deal with that. So let's just give a rundown of what is currently in the chat. So I loaded in a bunch of helpful links in here, some of these that we actually will be going over as we go through this presentation. So of course we have our social media links on there, so Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. So if you don't already follow Astro Loyalty, I highly recommend it. So Facebook, we use it a lot to announce things that are pertinent to our retailers, just what's going on in the Astro world, webinar information, and so forth. Instagram is just a lot of fun. As you'll soon see, sharing the love really does live on Instagram. So it's the perfect program for that platform. And then LinkedIn is more about, business and stuff. So all that. And then I have our email on here. So the main email to communicate with Astro Loyalty is going to be support@astroloyalty.com. That is the best way to communicate with everyone in Astro from the very top to, well, there's really no bottom. So anyway, and then we have our sharing the love info. So this is our adopt page. This page is perfect to share with, pet owners that are interested in adopting and participating, retailers that are curious about it, and brands that are looking to get on board, as well as rescues that want to be involved as well. And then the big thing that we're going to be going over today is the Canva template that we made just to help with the experience of when the pet owner comes into the store to pick out their sharing the love freebies. And then I have other webinar links. So we do have 3 webinars weekly. Tuesday is an Astro webinar. Wednesdays are our marketing webinars. And then Thursdays are the offers webinars. And then we got our September guide. All right. Awesome. So without further ado, we're going to get talking about sharing the love, one of my favorite topics of Astro. So sharing the love. All right, so let's get started. So love is the only thing that increases twofold every time it's shared. And this is kind of the idea that Astro is, or, the idea of sharing the love is based on. And it just keeps snowballing and snowballing and growing and growing. Oh, and also, if you have any questions as I'm going, feel free to type them up into the chat, or if you wanted a direct response, you can put it into the questions tab itself. There ain't no rules. Go for it. All right. So what exactly is sharing the love? So one of the big goals of sharing the love is we want to support 501c3 pet adoption in local communities. So it rewards pet owners for opening their hearts and their homes to a pet in need, rather than, purchasing a pet from like a backyard breeder or something like that. It gives 501c3 rescues, shelters, and fosters a free gift of health that they can share with the pet they rehabilitated to help ensure their continued health in their new home. So any of you guys that have actually fostered pets in the past, I've done it myself. I fostered cats a lot, bottle babies and mamas and the whole shebang. And, they would be rough when I get them. And I would put a lot of effort in, getting them back to perfect health. And I feed raw food myself. I'll do, cans and wet diets and things. I, believe in building a better bowl, that whole idea. So, one of my whole things is I want them to have a healthy home, but I also want to make sure that they're going to be getting the healthy foods and things that I introduce them to. So what better way to do that than to send these pet owners, these new pet owners with their newly adopted pets, to a neighborhood pet shop who is perfectly, able to educate them on nutrition and other enrichment things. So that brings us to our next point. It supports local pet shops. So it introduces new pet owners to their greatest pet health support system, the local pet health shop. It also introduces new pet owners to new foods, treats, supplements, supplies they may not have thought to try. So the cool thing about sharing the love is that it is open to all Astro brands that are currently participating on our platform, as well as any who are, curious about Astro in general. Astro Loyalty does not charge brands to participate in sharing the love. It is a 100% free platform for both our retailers and our brands. So that's really, really important. All right, so the story of sharing the love, right? So like I said, sharing the love likes to live on Instagram. It is a perfect platform for sharing the love. So this right here is one of our retailers. This is Health Mutt, and one of their posts that they put on their platform. And the reason I know about it is because they tagged us on our Instagram feed. So it shows up on Astro Loyalty under tagged. And this is a fantastic post that they put up when they first joined the Sharing the Love platform. They enrolled in all of the programs that they were interested in. And then they actually went one step further and they collected cat items. So this right here, she's demonstrating the things that a customer could come in, who's adopted a cat, could come into their store right now and redeem those items 100% for free. That's insane. I mean, it still blows my mind, and I helped write it. So, so this is just a beautiful presentation. I love you, Susie. This is just a beautiful presentation of what's to offer, and these are all full-size products. So you definitely want to share your participation in sharing the love with your community socially. In doing so, you also want to tag the rescues and fosters that you've come to know. You want them to be aware of your program so that they know to actually send their newly adopted, families to you. You also want to invite your audience to help you spread the word amongst their communities. So their friends, their family. So like, let's say, for instance, I may not have adopted a pet this month, but I may know somebody who has, or even if I don't in general, resharing this is just an awesome thing. Like, look what my favorite pet shop is doing, tell your friends kind of thing. So awesome work, Health Mutt. Nailed it. All right. The second part of this is really cool. So you definitely want to document this special day. So look at it this way. These pets just got adopted from like a rescue or a shelter, and the pet owner has heard of your program. They've come into their store. Hopefully they've brought their pet with them. In most cases they do. And this is a big deal. This is a new family member, and they're getting some serious free stuff today. So you want to help this new pet parent document this big day. So ask their permission to take a picture. Tell them you're going to put it on Instagram. Ask the new pet owner for their Instagram ad, so you can actually tag them in your post. Now, hopefully, once you do that, they'll see it, it'll show up on their feed. They'll add a comment, they'll share it with their friends, get it out there in the ether. And then, also want to make sure that you add all of your pertinent hashtags. So one of the ones that Astro uses is hashtag Astro Sharing the Love. So we're actually tracking that right there. But the big one that we're tracking is if you at us directly, so at Astro Loyalty on Instagram, so we can see it as well. The big part too, or the second addendum to that, is you definitely want to thank the brands who donated these full-size products to that adoption bundle by tagging their socials as well. So, this little guy right here that was posted up by Dexter's Deli, they went and they tagged Astro, they tagged the brands who this little guy chose for his bundle. And then those brands got to see it on their feeds, and they got to like and comment as well. So it's just a really cool thing that everybody can get involved in and enjoy and feel good about, for that matter. All right. So the next part, and this honestly, guys, like, I cannot tell you, when we launched this program, so we launched Sharing the Love in 2020. And we just saw it as a, great opportunity. Like, it was something that we've always wanted to do, but we didn't necessarily know, like, when, we could make it all happen. But 2020 worked out really well because people were adopting, our pets because they're home and so forth. So one of the things when we actually launched this program, we discovered that a lot of our retailers were actually going one step further, and they were adding their own bits of love to these bundles. So what, as a retailer, what can you actually add to a bundle? So you can do a coupon for like a free pet wash, a nail trim, or a groom. So basically you're advertising the services that you offer at your store that, they most likely cannot get at other places. A great thing, like, so the free pet wash or groom or nail trim, think of it like this dog or cat may have come freshly out of a shelter. They might not have had a bath in like, oh gosh, a while. So, providing the means for them to get nice and squeaky clean before they go home is just, the pet parent will not forget it. Guarantee it. And for me, once you do a dog wash, you're never going back. You all know this. Anyway. You can also do a coupon for a % off a purchase over a certain amount, or just a % off purchase, however you like. You can do a coupon for, dollars off or % off daycare if you offer doggy daycare. Training, if you offer dog training, that would be another great thing that you can put in there. Or if you have a bakery on site, you make your own cookies, you can put in a free bakery cookie. That's just... it's cool. Not only are you adding an extra nice thing, but you're also showcasing some of the awesome things that your store does exceptionally well, which is important. Okay, this warmed my heart. So share a gift to remember. All right, so this is Bush Pet Products. And, we saw this because they tagged us on Instagram. So keep that in mind, guys. They went out and they had a beautiful tote made especially for this. So, they went in, they, designed the logo themselves. This is not our logo. They did this themselves. They did welcome home. They put their store's address on there. It's a nice heavy duty canvas tote. And so now, not only does this pet owner have these awesome items they stuffed that bag with, now they also have a souvenir of that big day with the store's branding on it that they can then return to the store. I have shopping bags that I got from my local pet store. Every single time I go, I bring them with me. Come on. It's, I don't know. I like it. It makes me happy. So, all right. So yeah, every time they use this bag, they remember the day that they welcomed their best friend home and the pet shop that made it even more special. So when we saw this, we were just blown away by it. So, down the line, Astro may have an actual, swag shop, so to speak. We may have a way for you to, place orders for something like this in mass. We haven't quite gotten to the logistics yet. We've just been inspired. but yeah, we'll see. This is, again, awesome. All right, so the next part is share your expertise. So this right here was inspired by Firehouse Pet Shop in Washington State. And they posted on their Instagram and they tagged us. And they essentially had, they posted a video where they talked about sharing the love. The girl in the video held up a flyer page, which included like a coupon to their dog wash. And then she flipped it over. And on the back, it was a new pet checklist. So it was all the items that a new pet owner may not realize that they need. And you don't want them to forget. Like, they're coming into your store to get a bunch of stuff for free, right? Which is awesome. But while they're there, why not have them grab some of the other essential items that they need? So, and I'll show you guys how to actually customize this after we finish this whole presentation. So, it's a customizable checklist. The front of it contains the essentials. So that's what you're looking at right here. And then the back can include information pertaining to your actual adoption programs. So the front is to help them collect the essentials, and then the back is to help you actually build up the bundle while you're walking out the store. So that's key here, guys. So you want to walk the store with them and help them collect the items on the list. You're essentially giving them a tour. You're going to ask them about their pet while you walk. You're going to share stories. You're going to get to know them. You're going to invite them to get to know you. So this conversation is completely key. I still remember the conversations that I had with my local pet shop when I first walked in there as like, I needed help more ways than one. And, it was awesome. Like, took me around. I was like, oh my gosh, you guys know your stuff. Like, this is impressive. It impressed me so much. A couple of years later, I'm like, I want to work there. And I ended up working there. So it's like these conversations matter. They can really, really affect people. So yes, impress them with your nutritional knowledge, establish yourself as a resource. So Astro played matchmaker here. The brands played matchmaker here. They got them to come into your store. Now it's up to you to really, really, blow their socks off so that they're going to come back. But we do have help with getting them to come back as well. We're not just going to leave you hanging. All right. Here's the fun stuff. So these are the follow-ups. All right. So these are how customers are going to be invited back into your store within 30 days of the redemption of that bundle. So sharing the love recipient list. So this kind of ties into the actual marketing suite itself as well. So for one, let's start with this. About anywhere from 3 to 10 days, depending on the product that they chose for their bundle, they're going to be receiving a bounce back. We call them bounce back coupons. We call them welcome home coupons. We call them going home coupons. It's all the same thing. So these are things that are going to be emailed directly to that new pet owner. It's going to say, hey, thank you for adopting. We think that's awesome. Here's a coupon that's exclusively for you that when you return to the local pet shop that they redeem the bundle at, you can redeem it. So that's key here. They cannot go anywhere to redeem this coupon. They have to return to the store of origin where the bundle was redeemed in order to claim this reward. Now, even if they miss the email, they're still going to have the coupon hanging out on their pet owner account. And it'll be there. Your cashiers will see it. So now here's the other part. Within the marketing suite, so Astro Marketing Suite, there is a way to create a filtered recipient list that shows all of your Sharing the Love recipients. So if you wanted to, you could send them a personal thank you from you saying, thank you so much for coming by. We're so honored that you chose us on your special day. You can ask them to post a pic of their pet with their bundle. Ask them to tag your store. That's the key thing here, guys. It never hurts to ask. It really never hurts to ask. Trust and believe. Invite them to download your free app. I mean, everybody on Astro, all of our retailers, you have access to a free app. Tell them about your app. Now that they're part of your loyalty program, so the act of you actually redeeming Sharing the Love for them, since you had to collect an email address from them, they can use that email address to log into that mobile app and view their future loyalty stuff. And then you can send them a campaign reminding them to check their inbox for any welcome home coupons. And you'll know who's going to expect a coupon when you actually redeem that bundle. It'll say on the redeemable cards, expect a bounce back coupon. All right, so now the My Astro webpage. So the My Astro webpage, you may already be familiar with it. It currently lives under your actions menu. At the very bottom, it'll say My Astro webpage. And I can actually show you it when we finish this. So currently it has, 3 sections, offers, adoption, and frequent buyer. This is an idea of what the made over page is going to look like. So we really wanted to include a shareable, Sharing the Love page that will include both information that we have on our current Adopt page, like the video and so forth, the overview of what the platform is all about. And then below that, which is what the page currently contains, is all of your enrolled Sharing the Love programs. And another thing too to mention is these images related to these Sharing the Love programs. This month, all of our brands are getting together with their marketing departments and so forth and revamping these images and really stepping them up to the next level. So this page, when it's finished, and we're thinking it's going to be in the next, I'm going to say the next surprises me. It'll probably be Tuesday for all I know. But, but yeah, it'll be coming very soon. You're going to have this new amped up page. So, So yeah, you'll be able to share this page with, to social media, with your local rescues, fosters, and so forth. All right. So Astro is always open to ideas, suggestions. We love them, especially from our retailers. So these are some of the ideas that either we've had or has been, or submitted to us for, future growth of sharing the love. So if you guys have any ideas that you would love to see incorporated into this platform in any way, shape, or form, you're welcome to email them, support@astroloyalty.com. And yeah, we will put them into our projects and take them under serious consideration. So some of these options include, ideas include every month, a new local rescue could be nominated to receive a monetary donation courtesy of Astro Loyalty and all interested partners. So this is already in the works. The logistics of how it's going to work is still being worked out. How many times can I use the word work in a sentence? Perfect. Anyway. The other part, which I really want to do, is nominate fosters to receive support in the form of food donations to help them care for and rehab their foster pets. So, I'm still really connected to my friends in foster, and I would say a decent majority of us do it independently without any support from, a larger rescue. And, even with support, there's certain things that, we like to do because we're freaking, health nuts that, we may not be able to get from the shelter or, the rescue. Another thought is we could reward the retailers who have shared the most love. That can be an option. We can celebrate the brands chosen for the most bundles. And another one we really want to do is invite dog trainers, vets, animal behaviorists, etc., to join in sharing their love. So, essentially connecting pet owners with a support system that covers the full holistic health of our adopted pets. All right, so here's all of our follow areas, stuff, social, fun. They're all in the chat for you as well, so you can scroll up and find them there. And then here's how best to get in touch with Astro directly. So like I said, email support@astroloyalty, our website, astroloyalty.com, and then the best, in my opinion, sharing the love page to share is the astroloyalty.com/adopt page, which is also in the chat if you scroll farther up. All right, so I'm going to, all right, the last time I did this, guys, I goofed it, so awesome. All right, so we're going to look at the actual, we're going to look at the slideshow right now. So let me just queue it up and then I will share my screen. Okay. Nailed it. All right, I just put you in a vortex. All right. All right. So that right there is the, I'm going to pop in, if somebody could tell me if they can see this. Stacy, can you tell me if you can see this? My weird vortex, but the actual thing. Yay. Okay, I nailed it. I nailed it, guys, this time. I'm so proud of myself. Okay, anyway, all right. So when you use that link that I included in the chat, you're going to see a page just like this, and you can click where it says use template. And if you already have a Canva account, it'll just open it up in the browser for you under Canva. If you don't, you can access a free account. And with that free account, you should be able to do everything that you need to do with this guy. All right. Now, I'm not great at reading directions, guys. And so I haven't really read directions on how to actually use Canva as a resource, but I will say that this is a highly intuitive platform just for editing images and documents and so forth, like whatever. Anything, you click on it, you can alter the colors of things, you click on the text, you can change the text. Things are easily dragged around just by clicking them and moving them. And if you're worried about, goofing up the original, you know, you can click where it says duplicate page and it'll make an exact duplicate of that page, and then you can mess with it. There is also ways to revert back to past saves, and of course, you know, undo, arrow, Control Z, you got this. All right. So there's 2 checklists in here. There's one for new dog, and then, you know, dog puppy, and then there's one for new cat kitten. So there's 4 pages total. So it's meant to be like a front and back kind of situation. So here's our front for the dog. And I just listed out things that, you know, we carried at my store, and just things that I thought that, you know, the typical store would carry. And, you know, feel free to go through the whole thing and add any additional or remove things that you do not carry. All right, so then the back of the new dog puppy checklist. So the way I kind of broke this up, so this question comes up a lot because there are so many brands participating in sharing the love and so many eligible items that are part of it. Sometimes it can be a little bit difficult to keep track of like what's part of the program and what isn't. So checklist aside, one of the recommendations that, you know, that we have, that retailers have used and have had success with, probably the least expensive one of them all, is just to, you know, go to your local craft store, get a bunch of sheets of stickers. So typically maybe like 4, actually no, do like 6 different colors of stickers, like heart-shaped stickers. And then you can go around, you can add like a little heart sticker to, like a red heart sticker to your dry food items that are part of the program, you know, a purple sticker to the wet food, and so forth, to just kind of help you when you're walking around the store. Like you can put them on the little shelf tags that you have. You don't necessarily have to put them on all the actual product. Just to kind of give you and your staff a quick glance idea of what is what. And then incorporating the checklist with it. So what we did up at the top was, you know, we have the 6 categories represented. And as new brands come on, there might actually be more categories, believe it or not. So, but for now we have, generally there's 6 that you're going to be working with depending on species. And, you know, we do have programs for like small animals, you know, like rabbits and so forth. And, you know, if you wanted to make a rabbit checklist, by all means, you can do that. You can, you know, like I said before, you can duplicate the page and edit it appropriately. Okay. So over here, what I did was I have, you know, dry food, and then I just put images of the actual dog dry food programs into these little picture slots. And the way to do that, so like if you go to the upload section here and you just click where it says upload media, you know, you can put any you know, program image. Like if you basically you're grabbing the images from Astro, either if you're using the marketing suite, you can grab them directly from the image library, you can download them from there. If you don't have the marketing suite, you can go to your My Astro webpage and, you know, grab the images from there just by right-clicking on them. And then, you know, to put the image on the actual program, you're literally just grabbing it and dragging it over there. That's it. So that's what I have put together kind of for dog to give you an idea. And if you have more programs than that, because I wouldn't be surprised if you did, you can, you know, like I said before, go up here, click duplicate, and add an additional page. And then the cat checklist is the same exact thing. You know, the items listed are a little bit different because our cats need, you know, different things in their lives. So again, all of this is editable. Same thing with the back. And the idea is, you know, if they pick let's say they pick an Akana item for their dry food section of their bundle, you would check the box there, and then you would check dry food up at the top, and that would just let them know, or you know, you guys together know, because you're walking together, that you covered that, that element of their bundle. All right. So yeah, and then I did mention that I would show you the My Astro webpage where it lives currently. So under your actions menu, where it says My Astro webpage, if you're already participating in sharing the love, you will see a pet adoption link here. And when we update the page, it's going to be the same the same icons here and the same, embed and URLs. So if you wanted to go ahead and preview and see what your page looks like currently before you share the URL or embed it, you can just click on it there and it'll open it just as if, it was an embedded link. And like I said, this page is undergoing an overhaul. It'll include a video, some niceties about the program. It'll have calls to action that are basically, you asking your customers to help you, spread the word about that program. And then it'll list all of enrolled programs. And if they click on, the details of it, they'll be able to read up and see exactly what's going on with that program. So yeah, so that is that. And yes, so let me go back in here. I'll stop sharing my screen. And does anybody have any questions about what you have seen so far, or feel free to put them up in the chat and we can help you out. And if not, so like if you came in late and you missed the beginning, if you just hang out here, the recording will start automatically playing after I stop it or stop the live. And if you wanted to go back and watch it later, you will get a link emailed to you. So if you just search your inbox for Live Storm, whatever, weird name. Anyway, Live Storm, you'll see a personalized recording link for you, which you're welcome to watch later. Awesome. Yeah, awesome. Thank you guys so much, honestly, for coming out today. I really do appreciate it. Your Astro team works hard for you. We love it. So yeah, next week I am doing a webinar on Wednesday that's going to be about the My Image Assets section of the brand portals. So if you are a brand on Astro and you're attending today and you want to know exactly how you can load a bunch of cool images for our retailers to use on their marketing suite, then definitely want to come next week. So, check your, here, I'll post it again in here. So here's all the registration links for upcoming marketing webinars. And then the very last webinar for the month on the 15th, I'm going to be doing a deep dive into Canva. So I'm also going to be showing you where I Easter egg those Canva templates that I just showed you. I speckle them all around the marketing suite. For those of you that like to get artsy fartsy, I'm here for it, I support it, and I can relate to it. So yeah. Awesome, guys. It's been a great day. Happy 333 for those of you on the East Coast. And perfect. Awesome. Peace. Y'all have a good evening, day, whatever you want to do. Bye.